Hello everyone, the Chart Guys have been working on an introductory technical analysis course for quite some time now, and after surveying hundreds of traders with what would be the most sought after information regarding technical analysis, we came up with this course, When to Enter and Exit. It covers over 5 hours of the basics on when to enter and exit, and we feel after watching this course it will help build a foundation of technical analysis knowledge which will eliminate a lot of the uncertainty in the world of trading stocks. So the course outline, we go over the psychology of trading, establishing a game plan, the different indicators we use to signal a bullish and bearish entry, how to recognize support and resistance levels, poor entries, where traders make mistakes, exit targets, how do you know where to sell your trade, where to place stop losses, that's very important, minimizing losses is what keeps you in the game long term, my personal preparations, how I go about getting ready for each trading day, and then piecing it all together, utilizing all the information we just learned and how to apply that in the real world for making successful, profitable trades. As a bonus, we also include a lot of information on finding entries and exits utilizing patterns, and you can find these patterns on every time frame on pretty much any stock and commodity trading, and certainly being able to recognize those patterns can give you an edge as well. So we hope you will check this out. Again, it's an introductory level course. So if you are new to technical analysis and trying to get a firm grasp on things and feeling a little bit overwhelmed, then this course is for you. I hope you check it out. Appreciate you watching. Looking at Facebook on the daily and weekly time frame, so a bearish reaction overall to earnings. We did get a spike and a new all-time high, but we rejected from the upper Bollinger Band resistance and closed down near the low of the day. So the key support to be watching is this consolidation low before earnings. That was down at 129.52, and if we break that level, we break the higher low pattern that is currently in play on the daily time frame. So the bulls are still holding on to that pattern right now, but you can see all the momentum is favoring the bears as we head into tomorrow, and if we do see some weakness in the S&P 500, Apple or Facebook is likely to pull back to the downside as well. Bearish reversal candlestick on the weekly. So even though we hit that all-time high, you can put your resistance line there up at 133.55. This is not the reaction the bulls are looking for, and that is a bearish reversal candlestick on the weekly with a big upper wick of profit taking and a rejection from the previous all-time high level. So need to be cautious here. Bears are close to taking over in the short term, and we'll be watching the middle Bollinger Band support as the next level if we do break 129.52. So on the 5-minute time frame, there was action all over the place. Huge dump right out of the gate. We saw that weakness, and you could kind of see that weakness at yesterday when I did that video after hours, and we certainly saw it heading into the open. We lost all 5-minute moving averages as support, and we had an all-out dump. This bounce was very strong. We went all the way from 130.76 up to 134.73, so a $4 bounce in 25 minutes. But it didn't break the lower high pattern from pre-market, and that's why looking at pre-market information can give you some good information, because that high here, this little lower high, was at 134.90, and then we set another lower high at 134.71. So if you were not trading in the start of the day, and I just did this on Apple too because the pattern was very similar to Facebook and Apple, where we had this tight range forming, where we have our high, our low on the bounce, you can see it's just getting tight, and that support is down at 132.96. So as soon as 132.96 breaks, we have a lower high and then a lower low. So that level broke, and then look at the downside. So 132.96 is your bear signal, and we dropped all the way down to 130.40, over a $2 drop in 2 hours, and there was no signal to take profit on this dump. We did not confirm any bullish reversal candlesticks with any strength. We had a little attempt here, but we didn't get over any exponential resistances, rejecting from those exponential resistances and hitting the low of the day. So that was a really nice bear entry. And again, you don't have to trade in the first 15-30 minutes of extremely volatile, high-risk, high-reward action. You can wait for the price action to establish itself, recognize tight patterns, and wait for a clear break. And Facebook had a really nice clear break to play to the downside. So then we did establish some support at the end of the day, but now we're seeing some weakness after hours. Amazon is seeing some weakness after its earnings, likely affecting Facebook a bit here. So we could see Facebook testing that 129.52 support tomorrow. That does appear to be the case. Hourly time frame for Facebook, last hourly moving average support being tested, 130.03. So if we lose that level tomorrow morning, we know to be looking at the low of today and then down to 129.52. Bears taking over Facebook. And keep an eye on the overall market because obviously the bears would want to have market weakness at their backs as they're playing to the downside. So we'll check back in on Facebook to wrap up the week tomorrow. Bears have momentum, very little lower wick on the week or on the daily time frame heading into tomorrow. Have a great night. See you soon.